Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé star breaks silence about child's death amid shocking legal drama. A 90-Day Fiancé star is dealing with a heartbreaking loss as she faces another legal challenge. Leda Margaretha, 36, is going through very hard times. She's always played the villain, but right now, the woman that the internet loves to hate is confronting one of the most painful things in life: grief. She's lost something irreplaceable, and as she struggles to come to terms with her heartbreak, she must convince an important authority figure that she had a good reason for breaking a rule. On screen, before this recent crisis, Leda often seemed callous, greedy, and dishonest. She was the woman who famously kicked her now ex Eric Rosenbrook's daughter Tasha Rosenbrook out of their home. As per US Weekly, Leda had to go to court after she was charged with bail jumping on July 17. She wrote the judge a letter to explain why she hadn't given the authorities her new address and phone number. In that letter, she shared some heartbreaking information, revealing that the death of her baby daughter, Elisa Rosenbrook, left her in a very dark place. In fact, for weeks, Leda couldn't really function. Her grief was too intense. The father of the child she lost is Eric, but Eric and Leda aren't together anymore. The woman, commonly perceived as one of the most cold-blooded villains in 90DF history, appears to have a heart after all, and it is broken. 1 week after she lost her baby, 90-Day Fiancé's Leda Margaretha was arrested in Wisconsin. In light of her circumstances, it seems like she deserves leniency. Her baby passed away on July 9, and she was arrested shortly after. When people are living with that kind of loss, it's totally understandable that they would neglect some of life's more mundane details. In the Facebook post shown above, Eric talked about the death of their daughter, calling it could be argued that people in the throes of searing and profound grief aren't in their right minds. They do deserve some grace. Leda is happy to follow the rules now that she's had a little time to process her pain. She'll never get over this wrenching loss completely, but hopefully, things will get easier for her. The judge didn't really choose leniency. That's because Leda's been involved in domestic disputes with Eric. Those incidents have gotten bad press, and one of them occurred after their baby passed away. Their relationship has always been extremely turbulent. They've split up, and maybe that's for the best. The judge, looking at some facts, as per the previously mentioned source, did order Margaretha's release. However, they threw the book at her in other ways, as she had to. This could be one of the most difficult phases of Margaretha's life, but there's always hope. Although she needed to give up her passport and she can't leave the state she's living in, she can take time to heal. After that kind of loss, she might want to consider grief counseling. If she finds a safe space to talk about her emotions, she'll feel better. It won't happen overnight, but in the future, the 90-Day Fiancé star may find that she's able to smile again. The world of 90-Day Fiancé is no stranger to heartbreak, scandal, and jaw-dropping twists. But this week, the franchise was rocked to its core when one of its most polarizing stars broke their silence about an unimaginable personal tragedy: the death of their child. As if the grief weren't heavy enough, this devastating revelation comes amid a whirlwind of shocking legal drama that has left fans speechless and the reality TV community buzzing with disbelief. For months, speculation had been swirling online. Fans noticed the star, once active on social media with constant updates, flashy selfies, and playful banter, had gone completely silent. Rumors ranged from a messy breakup to a possible deportation, but no one expected the truth to be this heartbreaking. In a tearful Instagram live session late Monday night, the reality TV star, whose identity we'll keep private out of respect for the grieving family, addressed fans directly. "I've been holding this in for so long," they began, their voice breaking. "I didn't know how to tell the world. I didn't know if I even could. But my baby is gone. My world will never be the same." The chat flooded with messages of love, support, and stunned disbelief. Longtime followers of the star, who first rose to fame on 90 Day Fiancé for their whirlwind international romance, were used to seeing the couple bicker over visas, family drama, and cultural differences. But this was a side of them that was raw, unguarded, and devastatingly human. The details that followed were as shocking as they were sorrowful. The star revealed that the child's death was sudden and unexpected, a medical emergency that unfolded over just a few hours. They described the frantic rush to the hospital, the blur of doctors and nurses, and the crushing moment when the world stood still. "I can still hear the machines. I can still feel my heart shatter. I can still see the nurse shaking her head," they said through sobs. While fans reeled from this tragedy, a second bombshell dropped almost immediately: the legal drama that had quietly been brewing behind the scenes. Court documents, which surfaced online shortly after the livestream, paint a chaotic picture of the star's life in the weeks following the loss. Allegedly, a bitter custody dispute, complicated by questions of international residency and parental rights, had escalated into a high-stakes legal battle. According to insiders close to the family, the death of the child tragically intersected with this ongoing legal turmoil. "It's like their life became a storm they couldn't escape," one anonymous source said. They were already dealing with lawyers, court dates, and the stress of being in the public eye. Then this tragedy happened, and everything just collapsed. The timing of the revelations has ignited a wave of discussion across social media. Fans have expressed outrage at the online trolls who had spent weeks speculating about the star's absence, with some even spreading cruel rumors about neglect and substance abuse. "People forget that these reality stars are human," one fan tweeted. "They're grieving parents. They deserve compassion, not gossip." The 90 Day Fiancé production team has yet to issue an official statement, though insiders say that cast and crew members are rallying around the star privately. One former castmate commented on the livestream, "We are here for you. Family first. Fans will understand." Meanwhile, the legal drama shows no signs of quieting down. Court records indicate that a series of hearings is scheduled for later this month, with attorneys on both sides preparing to argue over issues that have now become far more emotionally charged. Legal experts note that the tragedy could influence the proceedings, either prompting a temporary pause out of respect or adding new layers of complexity to the case. Despite the chaos, the grieving parent insisted they are trying to stay grounded. "Right now, my only focus is to honor my child," they said. "I'm done hiding. I'm done pretending I'm okay. I just want people to know the truth. I loved my baby more than life itself, and I will never stop loving them." Fans are already organizing online vigils and virtual memorials, flooding the star's posts with messages of condolence. Many are also calling on the 90 Day Fiancé producers to consider dedicating a special tribute to the child in an upcoming season, though it remains unclear if the family is open to that level of public attention during such a vulnerable time. The tragedy serves as a sobering reminder that behind every viral meme, dramatic confessional, and shocking tell-all revelation, there are real people with real lives, and sometimes, real heartbreak. Reality TV may thrive on drama, but grief doesn't follow a script.